Hey everyone, I'm back with another video. I have the same hair, same clothes, same backdrop. It's the same day. But I have a really busy week with doctors and we're going to be going to Savannah this weekend because it's my birthday. But I wanted to do another video while things were still fresh in my head. And I actually took a few notes. So in a few minutes, I may put on my readers and read through some things. I'll try not to sound like a school teacher, but unfortunately, memory problems, there's things I wanted to tell you, and I thought might be helpful. And so I just wanted to go over that. And as always, I'll try to keep the video like a decent amount if you just want to put me on in the background while you're doing something. But I wanted to start today off with kind of like a little fun thing and tell you like a little bit about me, maybe, because my past couple of videos, I mean, you know me, you know what I'm going through, what we all are going through if we have FND. But I just thought you'd kind of maybe want to know me. My name is Angela, if it's not on the YouTube thing. I'm married. We've been married for 25 years, been together for 26 years. My husband's name is Mac. Whenever him and I met, I was 22 and he was 30. And I was wild as a buck at 22. And he was settled and calm at 30. And that was really what I needed to kind of get me on a better path, because I was not going down a good alleyway, so to speak. I used to do a lot of things before FND, and I still try to do a few. They are obviously not as frequent as what I used to do, because along with FND, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which seems to run hand in hand. And then I have severe osteoarthritis, which I got from my grandmother. My grandmother had blue eyes, which I got from her. She had black hair. My hair is brown. And it was really long and natural curly. And so if you see all of this hair, it's my security blanket and it's natural curly, and I got it from her. And I got her bad bones. So thank you, Grandma. But I had a knee replacement when I was in my 30s, and I've had a total of about 16 procedures on bones and various organs removed out of my body. So I probably don't need to tell you anymore, because like you'll know my whole history, and then you'll be like, somebody will be trying to get a credit card in my name, which wouldn't happen, because yeah, none of that is together in my life either. So we're just gonna figure it out together, YouTube. How's that? So I'll tell you some things that I love. Savannah is my favorite city. If I could live anywhere in the world, it would be Savannah. I'm obsessed with the city. I'm obsessed with her culture, the streets, the architecture, the stories, the ghosts, the people are just so much fun. I love Wilmington Island. It's a great area. I would probably live there because it's halfway in between Savannah and Tybee Island. And I could do a whole series on Savannah and what to do in Savannah, where to go, the unseen places, the great restaurants, they have some wonderful dessert bars. We're going to try a new one. It's called Better Than Sex while we're down there. We usually go to Lulu's chocolate bar, which is amazing. They have great food, best food. I don't eat seafood, but they have so much variety. Tybee Island is beautiful until Orange Crush comes through. You don't want to be there during that time. Pirate Fest can get a little rough, but it's not as rowdy. It's kind of like mainly people that are kind of more middle-aged, dressing up like pirates, walking around talking like pirates. But Orange Crush is a college thing, and it comes in, and it just, this past year they had shootings, several like car accidents, and it was pretty rough. So avoid during Orange Crush if you're going to make plans to go to Tybee Islands. On Tybee Island, there's a guy there by the name of Dr. Joe. He does ecology tours, and he looks just like Jimmy Buffett, which is amazing because I love Jimmy Buffett. And the first time I met him, because I don't filter, I was like, hi, you look just like Jimmy Buffett. It's like I'm playing in the ocean with Jimmy Buffett. And then the whole time in my head is Jimmy Buffett songs playing. So anyway, the reason why this is my backdrop is, one, it's a pretty cool vintage, like, room divider. But two, this is a cottage. So it's a smaller cottage. I don't know the measurements, but this is where, obviously, I've sat here and talked to you on my third video, which none of y'all are dang watching, which is fine. But I'm doing it, maybe like one day my daughter can look back and, you know, if something was to ever happen to me and I could talk to her. So anyway, there is a queen size guest bed behind here with like, a space where there's like a toaster oven and an eye and an apartment refrigerator. And on this side, it kind of shapes like an L, is where we photograph for eBay and Poshmark and all those things like that. So there is, if you walk out this door, and I'm not going to show you because I haven't made the bed. If you walk out the door over here, there is an RV park model, which is not a camper. It's more like a mobile home. And it has a living room built on the top of it. And it does overhang on the side of a mountain. We live in Western North Carolina near Cherokee. Most people have heard of Cherokee, the Cherokee Indians. We work camp in an RV park that's mainly for 55 and up, which I really enjoy. And I'm literally on the side of the mountain. So if I was to turn you around, you would see nothing but trees. It's a complete tree canopy, which is really cool. But it rains a lot because it is a rainforest. So I guess that's pretty much that on the living situation. So we live in the other house, which is 20 steps out the door. There's a covered front porch here, like y'all can see. Covered front porch here. And then there's a fire pit right there. And then you literally from our fire pit, like 6 inches, you drop off the side of the mountain. I drive a Mini Cooper. I'm obsessed. I did drive a Mini Cooper. I have him. His name is Carlisle. If y'all know anything about Mini Coopers, you know people who drive Mini Coopers usually love them, and they name them and they run around in little groups and we do fun things. The ability to drive was taken away from me this week, but he's white with a huge British flag, and I bought him in 2017. I've had him ever since then. He will be pried from my cold, dead hands. Me and that car have been through a whole lot, and so I absolutely adore him. Once he gets paid off, we're hoping to get a Jeep for up here in the mountains, because they have Jeep groups too, and people are just as crazy about their Jeeps as they are Mini Coopers. And I want to duck people. I know that sounds funny, but the Mini Coopers duck people and Jeeps duck people, so they get little rubber ducks and they put them on their cars whenever they like their car. And I just think it's the cutest sentiment. It's like leaving kindness rocks, but you probably wouldn't want to put a rock on someone's car. But putting a little rubber ducky with a little sign on him that says, "Hey, I like your Jeep or your Mini," is a pretty cool idea. Just a way to like spread love and kindness. So before this disorder, I used to hang out with my best friend a lot, and he passed away, which is one of the things that did unfortunately send my disorder into a tailspin. We have been best friends since I was 14. His name was Terry. And I loved him immensely, and he was wonderful, and we used to hang out with his family and his children, and my husband and Terry's wife. We would all hang out together, and even when he was sick, he was more worried about me than he was himself, and he was just a great man. And so he was a gemologist, and I've always been the weird kid in school who never fit in. I think I told you in one video, like I had big ears and big lips and was a little fluffy, so to speak. And so I got bullied a whole lot, and Terry never did that, and he always accepted who I was, but I had a lot of religious trauma. And so everywhere, because I grew up in South Carolina, everywhere I went, there was a lot of religious talk, and my father was a deacon of the church, and I never felt at home in the church. And that is by no means a disrespect to anyone's religion. I accept all religions. I do believe that you're free to worship and you're free to love whoever you would like. And so there's no hatred on this channel. I won't tolerate it. I'll block it. I'll block bullies because I've been bullied enough my whole life. So if you ever ask me, no, I don't have a party that I support as far as Democrat or Republican, because my father was also a city councilman. So I don't get into religion and I don't get into politics because I had a lot of trauma from that. And so I do me. And you're free to do whatever makes your heart happy, and that's all that matters. I try to be a really good person. No, I'm never perfect. No one's ever perfect. But at the end of the day, I try to make the right decisions for the people that I love and stay faithful to my family and my husband and my daughter, whom I love dearly, and just try to do the right thing. And so to me, you're welcome here, you know, as long as you're doing the right thing and trying to be a good human. I just wish we could all see people as more kind of souls and not by the color of their skin or who they vote for or who they worship. So just keep that in mind the next time you're ugly to someone. If you're really ugly to someone, that could end their day, literally. You know, they could be on their last straw, and that ugly comment that you push about religion or sexuality or whatever it is could cause that person to not be on the earth tomorrow. Anyway, that was my speech. I'm sorry, I'm going to get off my soapbox. So before all of this, I used to love to do gemology with my best friend Terry. We used to go dig. And so I'm going to show you a couple of things today that I really like and enjoy. And so if you'll bear with me, this may be a 30-minute video. I may have to stop it. So here's one of the things. So this is an amethyst. It was mined at Diamond Hill Mine out in South Carolina. And it was one of our last really good trips that we got to take together before he was sick. And so it was me and my husband, Terry and his wife, and a couple of his children all went and made a day of it and just dug in the dirt, took a picnic, had the best time ever. And I cherish that amethyst because that was one of the things that we got to do before he got sick. I like to read. Sometimes reading helps me. So I'll give you a good book to read if any of you are readers out there. And this is about Savannah. It's Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. So it's about Jim Williams and what led to his death and like a court hearing, lots of court hearings, and like a sexual relationship that was not really supposed to be happening back in those times. And it goes into a lot of history about Savannah. And so if you've got my theme for the video, you've got Savannah down. But it's a great book. There's also a movie, and it's really kind of funny. Every night before we go to Savannah, we watch Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. And I think is it John Cusack? It's the guy who has really dark hair. It has him and a couple of other kind of big stars. And it's a great movie. Book's better, but it's a great movie. So that helps for any of you that's kind of struggling with wondering what to do with FND. And so a few of the things that I'm obsessed with right now is I love Starbucks. I do not drink coffee. I don't like the taste of coffee. I drink chai a lot of chai. And so my husband was sweet enough. I had enough points to get a new cup. And so this is the new cup. So if you can see, it's the prettiest color of pink. I'm on a pink thing right now, which, speaking of pink and Starbucks, would be their new pink drink that's out in the stores. It tastes better to me than the one in the Starbucks. I like the Paradise drink too that has pineapple in it, but that one is better from the store. I had it in this variety, and it's kind of weak. But this one has way more strawberries in it, so you can taste it a lot richer. If you like pink drinks from Starbucks, try you one of these. I found them in Ingles. I don't know if y'all have Ingles where you are. And then another one, pardon me, I call Target. I don't know where that came from. It's probably another tick. I picked it up somewhere. But I love chocolate. And so I found these because I love s'mores too. They are Favorite Day S'mores. They're bark chips. So they have milk chocolate, crunchy graham crackers, and marshmallows. And they're the best things ever. And I only have one left in this package. And we don't have a Target near us. So I can't get on the Stanley Cup fad because everybody gets them from Target. And I only get to see a Target like once every 3 months. And so, yeah, I have one little piece of bark left. And my heart is broken. And then I told you guys, oh gosh, I'm at 15 minutes. Okay, better speed up here. So I told you guys that we resell. So we went out today to do a little sourcing. And I'm just going to show you a really cute pair of shoes that we got. This by no means is going to turn into a resale channel. It's not push anything. I'm just kind of telling you some of the things I do with my brain disorder that will kind of make me forget things for a little bit, or things that I am physically capable of doing. I know I've read some stories on Facebook of things that y'all are like waiting on disability. Usually FND is a pretty severe, it doesn't really get much better. A lot of times it gets worse. So I know that y'all are struggling, and hopefully most of the time, if you have FND as a primary with other diagnosis, you will have to get a lawyer, but you will get your disability. So if you're struggling, try reselling. If you need any helps, tips, tricks, please reach out to me. And like I said before in one of my first videos, I really want this to be a community to where y'all feel safe. If you have FND, if you do not have FND and you have a partner or a family member or a friend with FND, please watch a few videos. I try not to go over 30 minutes. This one will probably go over 30 minutes. I'm kind of debating on whether I should stop it or not. I might stop it. And we'll pick up on another one. And I will just tell you today maybe some likes and things that I do that helps. But I'm going to show you a pair of shoes that we picked up when we were reselling today. These are a pair of Cole Haan. They're a women's size 7. They're really pretty. Some Cole Haan goes for a good bit. Some of it doesn't. It just all depends on the style. A lot of times I'm just kind of drawn to things, so I pick up on styles. And they may set for a little bit. But I only paid $3.75 for these shoes, and they're this really pretty color of like a mint green olive color. They're little wedges. They have like a wood block wedge and a sling back, and they're in beautiful condition. Do you see the mint green? How cute is that for summer? I love that. It's a great neutral. And look at the bottom of these shoes, guys. I mean, seriously, they've hardly ever been worn. So for $3.75, I want to save these from the landfill. I just love them. I do not wear this size, and I don't have the balance enough to walk in these types of shoes. But that was just something that we picked up today. We've picked up a lot of really cool things along the way. And if you see me scanning my desk, it's because like I was trying to see if there was like another really cool thing that I had picked up and saved from the landfill. And I'm sure there is, but most of my inventory is in storage, and it is something that Mac and I do together. I am unable to physically hold down a job, so I have to kind of pick up where I can. Before I had FND, I worked in the medical field. I think I told you guys that. I was making really good money. The primary care that I worked for, is the one that I talk about that actually diagnosed me with FND. So we'll go ahead and cut this one because we're right at 20 minutes, but maybe it just kind of shows you who I am. I am a Cancer, if you haven't figured that out. So I do have like a tendency to kind of want to nurture and I used to go a lot, and with FND, it stopped that. So I'm definitely more of a homebody, and definitely more reserved. I do really good one-on-one. I don't do well in a crowd. I have a lot of like social anxiety. And my husband says I could talk the horns off a billy goat, whatever that means, or I could talk to a brick wall. So I guess that's why I tried to come out and have a platform on YouTube to try to see if there's other people like me and people that wanted to talk to people like me, or people that have family who are like me and they don't understand them and they need help understanding them. One of the worst things that you can do is just completely walk out of someone's life because of a medical issue. I need to quit saying in videos and in videos, but y'all, I don't edit. It is what it is. Y'all are just gonna get the real me. So again, my best friend, before he passed, like I said, he got leukemia, and a lot of people walked out of his life, and I was there on the very last day. I was there during chemo. I was holding puke bags while he was throwing up, and I would not trade a second of my life and my experience for that, because those few months he was taken from us very quickly, and those few months that I got to hang out with him, his wife was his primary caregiver. She was also trying to work, and she got a little bit of medical leave. So on the days that she wasn't available, I tried to go in and, like sweep, mop, do laundry, fix his food, take him to doctor's appointments. And it was the most rewarding time of my life. It was humbling. It was, it changed my life. He was 51, and that's young. It's very young. And to see him go from this vibrant, like gym digging human being, laughing and walking around, and to just, yeah, it was so sad, but I wouldn't trade it for the world, and so you guys, if you're a caregiver or a friend or a family member or a spouse of someone with FND, please tune into my videos or reach out to me and love them through it. And we will talk to you again in the same outfit with the same backdrop. We'll just make it a separate video. So, as always, I hope you're having the best day that you can be, and we'll talk soon.